So there we are, full beefy flavour, earthy mushroom sauce. That is our mini burger steaks with our mushroom gravy. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, one of my all-time favourite comfort foods. Now I do have many, I must admit, but this is one of my favourite comfort foods. It's easy to knock together. It's juicy, it's full of flavour, and you're going to need some crusty bread or mashed potatoes to go with this one. It's a classic, it's so easy. We are going to do mini burger steaks with a mushroom gravy. Now you could just do an onion gravy if you don't like mushrooms, there's no point complaining to me. But we're going to do a mushroom gravy, very easy. So first job for us, we're going to put some milk in the breadcrumbs. Okay, I had somebody complain the other day about breadcrumbs in meatballs. We are making obviously a meat burger steak. It's the same procedure. Now if we don't put the breadcrumbs in there, we end up with a giant meat nugget. Up to you. Milk in there. And then all we do is just stir it in. We want those breadcrumbs absorbing that milk before they go in the mince. Leave that to one side. We're going to prep some veg. So on here then, look, you can see I've got a little bit of garlic, I've got a small onion, I've got some mushrooms. Come on, let's crack on. So all we're going to do is slice our mushrooms. Nice and straightforward. Now you can slice these any which way you want. You can cube them up. You can do anything. Just nice and steady. And it's just straight in your bowl. Come on. So onion then, nice and straightforward. Come on. Garlic. In with those onions. So we want to be making up our mince. Nice straightforward mince. And we want to be going in there with a little bit of seasoning. And we're just going to season it with salt and pepper. Now you can go in there, mixed herbs, anything like that. I want to put our breadcrumbs in, come on. So in there you go, in there, and it's a mix in. And then it's just a case of get your hand in and give it all a squidge up. That's all it is. Nothing too complicated about this one. And that's how a juicy burger's made, look at that. That's so easy. And then we want to be taking a tray. So all you've got to do, you've got to decide how many patties you want basically. You know, do you want 8? Do you want 12? Now we're only making mini patties. But you can go bigger if you so wish, that's up to you. So we need to be dividing up this mix. So I think we're going to do 8. So if we do that, and then we do that, we're going to get some little patties. Now roll them into a bowl to start off with, and we can start to see how they're going to come together. Okay, it's straightforward. I mean, you could probably get 12 actually. There's quite a lot here, I feel. They're getting bigger already, look. Now you could actually weigh these out if you wanted to be really serious about your patties. I think they're pretty good enough. We're not going to worry about whether they're exactly the same weight. So what we do when we come round to actually making our mini burgers, we'll just shape them up like that as we put them in the pan. As easy as that. No hassle, come on. So that's it, all we're going to do, look, is just give them a squash like that. And then we'll cook them in the pan. Simple. Now a trick is always push in the middle with your thumb, because what happens when it cooks, it swells up in the middle, but it won't now. So just put that little indentation in there, nice and steady like that. Grab yourself a pan that you're going to use. This is an awful pan on this cooker, but not to worry. A little bit of oil in the pan, and all we're doing is going in there with those burgers. We're going to get that in, and we'll put another 3 in afterwards. Now we are trying to cook these about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. Now it doesn't have to be too high, and you can turn them as many times as you want. Do not be worried about turning them over. We want to colour these up. We are eating these, so flip them over. Nice and easy. Now these have shrunk down. We can actually put the other ones in here at the same time. So we're going in there with those others. So it's just a straightforward cook, isn't it really? We just want to brown these off a little bit. Put a bit of crustiness on, flavour. You can be transferring those out of there to a tray, and then we're going to cover it up with foil, and that's our mini burgers already made. Straight over the top, keep them warm. One side, let's make the mushroom gravy. Some good flavour in that pan, it stays in there. Butter, a good couple of tablespoons. We're making a sauce. In there, onion and garlic, nice little stir in. Cook it translucent. It doesn't matter if you're actually getting your colour on for this, you know. It's going to be hidden inside a beef broth gravy with the mushroom, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. If you colour it, you colour it. All we need to do is cook off the rawness of that onion and that garlic. Smells wonderful. Season to taste, obviously. If you want to put salt and pepper in there, feel free. Now the beef broth today, the beef gravy today, is mixed from gravy powder. Okay, in there with your mushrooms. We're getting some colour on those onions, look. Nice little stir in. And those mushrooms are going to take all that butter on there. Nice and steady. Nice little turn over. Fabulous. So the mushrooms are going to release some water, as you know. But we are just going to give that a nice steady cooking. So once you've got some colour on your mushrooms like that, we are going in with our beef broth. In it goes. Nice gentle simmer on there. Now I was going to make a roux. I've got my flour here, and I will leave that in the ingredients actually, but the powder looks like it's going to be thick enough, so I don't think I need to make a roux with some flour. Cook the flour off in there and then add the beef broth. I think this is good enough. So that's entirely up to you. You can make a full roux if you want, have it thicken up, but I think this is going to be perfect. Take your burgers and put them back in there. And then what we'll do, we'll just spoon over some sauce. Fantastic. Look at that. We're going to let that simmer in there for a little while to thicken up and warm back through those burgers. So probably about 6 or 7 minutes actually, somewhere like that. Don't get stressed about it. The burgers are going to be perfectly cooked in there. Oh, that just looks so fabulous. Come on. We're getting a lovely gravy there, look, with our burgers. That is superb. A little bit longer and we'll serve it up with our mashed potatoes. Fabulous. Mashed potatoes, usual way, peel, cube up your potatoes, and we want some water in there. In with a little bit of salt and bring to the boil. There you go, they're good enough. They're breaking up, that's fine. Give them a drain in and let's mash. Season to taste, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of warm milk and some butter. And in we go. Give it a mash, come on. Oh yes, please. This is good enough for me. It's got a little bit of texture and it's smooth and creamy. Come on, on there. Mashed potatoes. Oh man. Let's get a bit more on. Fabulous. Come on there. Get some of those mushrooms on there. Oh, fabulous. Over the top. A little bit more of those mushroom gravy, come on. And a little bit of greenery, a little bit of chopped parsley, and look at that. So there we are, full beefy flavour, earthy mushroom sauce. That is our mini burger steaks with our mushroom gravy. Look at that. We're in earthy comfort food, perfectly cooked burgers, look at those. Oh, that is sensational. That is pure comfort food. Nice mashed potato with our gravy. Oh, that is delicious. Serve that up with some brown sauce and I'm well on my way. And brown sauce is HP or Daddy's. That is sensational. That's a good effort. That is high quality food on the table with very little work really. You know, we've got some mashed potatoes, you can have veg with it, but you know, that's our mini burgers with that lovely mushroom gravy. You've got beefy flavour, it's savoury, earthy flavour from the mushrooms, creamy mashed potato. Bingo. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make mini burgers and a mushroom gravy. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Delicious.